Shadim Shari. Look like we got another major hurricane heading our way. My way, at least. I don't think anybody here watching my channel is from Florida. Not that I'm aware. This is like the third major hurricane in the last month or so. For those that don't know, the hurricane season start in June and end in mid-October ish. But I have lived here in Florida now for let me think, 19 years. Wow. Yeah, it's been 19 years. It will be 20 years next year in 2025. I moved down here in 2005, and seemed like all the hurricane that cause big problem tend to happen mid-September through early October. Um, Even though they always start the warning season on TV in June. From June onward, well, you don't see much um, warning and commercial and reminder in August or September or October, but in June, oh my goodness, daily. The season started. Time to stock up on batteries. Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, why? Why do we do this every year? I understand why, so that you don't have a massive wave of people rushing to the store to buy all the necessity later. But it still happened. Trust me, if you're trying to get gasoline or water yesterday at the grocery store, it would have been madness. Uh, Anyhow, if I'm not on YouTube tomorrow or Wednesday, that means I'm out of power. Okay, I'm not losing power is probably the most common problem uh, because when it comes with hurricane, there's high wind. High wind knock down power line. Anyhow, all right, let's jump to your China stock. Okay, uh, it had a magical run. If you had China stock, it was not magical if you short China, but it's over for now. All right, I took the opportunity to exit the majority of my China holding, with the exception of one. But for now, looking, wow, I trade looking, gosh, 4 times in the last 6 months or so, or more. I start to trade looking down here. Okay, the first time I watch it, and then the second time I'm in, I'm in, I'm in, I'm in. Okay, so 4 times. 4 times I'm in looking, and of course I got out way before I got out up here. Yeah, little. Of course I got out before the big stimulus. It was just a normal range. I talk about buy below 18, right? And then of course I talk about trim 22 or get out, and that's what I did. I was doing discipline, and then of course the big stimulus and pop, and it came right into resistance. Okay, and yeah, it's time to go. Right? If you still have it, at the least set your stop somewhere here. Okay, Baidu, my goodness, yeah, same thing. They're all the same. Is it so? Is it? You see the graph high? Yeah, it got there. It got there. All right. So it's all kind of graph high up here, but that was it to me. To me, I was out. Okay, I was out. I don't need to hang around. Um, I'm glad I hung around. For those that don't know, I held on, At one point, I had 300 shares down here. Okay, 300 shares. It was not small. It's big. All right, so I'm not gonna sneeze on missing out $10. No, not when I was I could easily take a huge loss down here. Okay, yeah, it was ugly. But now it's not time to be in China stock. This is all short squeeze stuff. Okay, there is China economy is like a big aircraft carrier. It has had problems for a long time now, a long time since the pandemic. The pandemic just make things even worse, and like even coming out of the pandemic, they are worse off now. Okay, worse off now than they were compared to the pandemic. Sure, other stock came down to near pandemic low. That's how bad things were. Okay, it was ugly. Baba, wow. But it's time to go. See this line right here? If you still have it, if anybody still have it, it's yeah. See that line? If it can get there, I don't know. It might run out of steam here. Okay, just like the rest of the China stock. So be careful. Set your stop. Raise your stop to the low of day Thursday. Protect yourself. Okay, it's too much gain. You cannot let it come down to anywhere near the gap fill or the 20 MA. It's parabolic. You can't hold on to something that run literally 20% in 2 weeks. Okay, it cannot sustain. Pardon my allergy, stuffy nose, nasal talk. K-Web, all the same. Okay, all the same. It's time to go. I can't stress enough. Okay, go back, look at that. Look at K-Web. Not random. Okay, first of all, you got ref high here. Okay, you got it bust through this ref high, take out the next ref high, and then you get the 200 weekly moving average. So yeah, look at the volume. Massive, massive. You have not had 2 weeks, 2 weeks. More volume here than the pandemic. Okay, you got to go back to the pandemic low to see that kind of madness. Absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. As far as a pandemic low. Speaking of pandemic low, where was K-Web? Got to go back 5 years. Yeah, see, pandemic right here. Where is it? Down here. Jesus. Which is where Baidu was. Yeah, I did look at the right chart. When I talk about Baidu being pandemic low, yeah, see, that's the pandemic low right there. Okay, so China has been in a big problem since coming out. See, pandemic low, and then you got this massive surge, which make no sense. For those that don't remember, China was in a lockdown way longer than the rest of the world. So it rode the wave, the bubble of the vaccine, even though China didn't use the vaccine, not the vaccine Moderna or other company don't have. Okay, they make their own. They keep their lockdown. So this is crazy. That was wow, breathtaking 3 year decline after that. Okay, so they are worse off right now than that. Okay, pre-pandemic. So no, there's nobody in China that would drink the Kool-Aid and say that we are better off today than 5 years ago. No, no. The one holding that I have, Melco. Now, Melco has not ripped the way um, any other major Chinese stock has not. It has not. Okay, it sure. It definitely nice bounce, right? But it's nowhere near. You know, if you look at Baidu chart, Baba chart, K-Web, it would be way up here, right? But not Melco. So I'm still holding on to Melco. I have ordered in. I did trim right here. Okay, I did trim because that's a fib, 61/8 fib. That's key. That I thought would be potentially resistance. So yes, I did trim there, but the big order is up here. Okay, in there in the nines. Um, I will leave it there for now, but I raised my stop on the rest of my share to Thursday low. Okay, so it's the order is the stop is at 7.69. Yes, I would love to hold on to the share and get out in the nines and 10, but at this point, I'm gladly take 7.69 instead of selling something below 6. Okay, because it was ugly. For those that know me, I bought a lot here, right? Right here. I add some down here for sure, but I bought a lot here because I thought for sure, hey, it come down to support. Let's ride it, and boom. So it hurt for a long time, for 2+ months, but now it's in the profit, and I'm not about to make the mistake of not letting it go at 7.69 instead of let it come all the way back to 6.5 or something. Okay, would I buy back at 6.5, 6? Yeah, but for now, that's it. How about one more for those that care? Neo is their version of Tesla. um, this stock had got beat up so badly, and it popped into a range. This is a consolidated range, so it everything trade very TA wise. Okay, it's not random that it ran up to a certain spot and then it's coming down, and it likely will keep on coming down. There is nothing exciting about Neo and the economy. This stock is ugly. Okay, this stock, look, look at the 3-year chart. It was $44. The high was 44. My goodness. Let's go back 5 years. Pre-pandemic. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. At one point, it was in the 3 range for a long time, even down to 1.36 5 years ago. But yeah, it went as high as 66. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. 90% wiped out. Yeah, it's garbage. Okay. Even breaking, look, this is pure garbage here. It broke a downward trend. I talk about that, right? That's why I draw that white line 8 months ago, and it's just like garbage. So no, nothing to be excited on Neo. Okay, so be careful. Um, as far as this week, what's my expectation? Uh, econ data will rule the day, and then of course the Middle East nonsense. Okay, because you have CPI coming this week, which I can't imagine it's going to be a high number. It's going to be a low number. That should not be a concern. If oil keeps staying high in the mid 70s, upper 70s for the rest of October, then that will be a headwind a month from now when we have the next month CPI. Okay, but for now, I'm not concerned with the CPI at all. So I'm not sure outside of jobless data Thursday and the CPI on, I believe the CPI. When is the CPI? I think it's this week, but I could be wrong. Let me look. I haven't had an allergy attack in a while, so this is not the normal morning when I wake up with all kind of congestion and itchy nose and stuffy eyes. Let's see. Today you got a bunch of bill auction. Two Fed are speaking in the afternoon. Consumer credit change. Two more Fed speak in the afternoon. Four altogether. My goodness, the Fed is out there chirping everywhere. Um, four this afternoon. Let's see, tomorrow, econ data, you got another Fed talk, another two, three. Jeez. As far as econ data, nothing really important I can think of, you know. And then on Wednesday, you have mortgage stuff, more Fed speaking, a lot of energy, oil related information like gasoline stock, oil stock, five, six Fed speaking. My goodness, it's like a deluge of Fed out there speaking at different places. No Powell, okay? You don't see Powell talking, but everybody else, Bostic, Barkin, Logan, Williams, Cash Carey, all those guys are talking almost daily. My goodness. Okay. The FOMC minutes will come out Wednesday, which I don't. It's basically the same thing that they say, but people want to read what was in the discussion. Basically, the Fed minutes is basically, for those that don't know, the Fed minutes is when the Fed come out at the meeting, like when Powell took the podium and talk. Before he come out and talk, they have a meeting. So the minutes will give you the discussion. That's what the market love to do, is dive into the detail of the discussion, who said what, who votes what, blah blah blah. Okay, so that's what the Fed minutes is. We already know the result. Okay, we already know the 50 bips cut, but they want to read the minutes. They want to read who said what, and what their mindset going into the next meeting, kind of thing. Okay, so Thursday you get the jobless. Oh yeah, CPI Thursday. So CPI is Thursday, as well as jobless claims. So the big econ data is of course Thursday. Um, and then Friday you have the PPI, which is always the same, right? You get the CPI the next day, one day, and then PPI the next day. That's it for today. Thank